the previous part, we created the head of our snake and synced it with the keyboard for controlling it. I used arrow keys to do so. If you don't want to use arrow keys, you can use W, A, S and D key to control it. In this part, we will create the remaining body of the snake along with the food with which it will grow every time it eats it. And finally the head collision with the body parts. So let's start our code by creating the snake's food. So let's start with the snake's food. Let's copy all the code of snake head, then paste it. Sorry, my mistake. And then change the head to food. And for the variable, I'm going to use f, which is snake's food, sf. We'll change everything, not the shape but the color, of course. So let's change the color to red, and in the position, I don't want to make the food good at the origin of the center of the screen. I want some change. I don't want this head and the food to come at the same place or overlap each other. So I'll enter some value. You can put any value, but it should be within the range like 50, 100, 150, something like that. Shouldn't go out of the boundary or out of the screen. So let's run it. Now as you can see, this is ready, and nothing will happen because we haven't set up our code for the collision part. We will do that first, but as you can see, the snake head is moving quite slowly because I set that movement to 1 pixel as I press the key. Sorry, 10 pixels. Let's change that to 20 pixels to make it go fast. So let's do that very fast. Where is that? Okay, yes, here. Let's change that to 20 in all the cases. 20. Okay, my mistake. Okay, let's do that also. Now if we run it, you will see the speed will go 2 times. It will increase 2 times. Seems like fun. It will be more interesting when we'll create the collision part with the food. So let's do that as well. So just go into the central game loop and let's write say collision, and I want to make it random, so randomization food. First of all, we need, as I said, randomization. We need the random module that will be able to make the food go at random places. So import, okay, import, okay, there's an error. It's import random. Let's come downwards and I'll start with the code of collision. So let's create a condition if sh, which is snake's head, distance with the food, sorry, sf, is less than 20 pixel. And I'll run that code. So let's create the variable x random, and then use the randit function and just input the values that took 20, which means 290, as our border is 300 pixels by 300, 290. Let's copy that and do that for the y coordinate as well. Change that to y and then sf, okay, and set the go to, make it go to the places x and y coordinates. Now let's run it and we'll see we'll be able to collide with the, yes, as you can see, now we are able to collide with the 4, which makes this more interesting. Now our food is ready So let's create his body. I'm going to call the list name as body. Now let's have body parts. And that same condition, adding body parts. So let's create a new body, and we'll call the turtle. Now new body. Now the rest of the things will be similar as for the head or foot. So let's set the shape to circle as well. New body dot color, we'll set that to red. Red, and we'll pick up the pen. So new body dot pen up. And now let's append that to add that to our main list body, append, and then the name of the body variable, new body. Now let's run it. So okay, I guess there's some error. Okay, my mistake, I set the color to red, which I wasn't supposed to, because the food color is red. What I meant was something or any other color like gray. Now let's run that again, and now it seems okay. So to make it move with the body, let's create another loop, and within this while loop, say for index, which is the order of the list, for index in range, must be aware of range functions and all, length of the body -1, 0, and -1 as well. Okay, let's add the column, and now let's set that x body index -1 dot x coordinate. Let's copy this and do that for the y coordinate as well. To y, and then you can press the home button to go to the starting of the line, or end key to go to the end of the line. So let's delete that, and type in y. So now let's run that. So body indexes be changed to index, and then go to x and y. There needs to be a dot go to x comma y. So let's call that moving body part 0 to head place. So let's create the condition if length of body, type in, do that, is greater than 0, then x is equals to, now I'll change this value to sh, which is snake's head, dot x coordinates of the head where it is, and y coordinate for the y coordinate of the snake head, dot y coordinates. I'm going to make the body part, or the list of bodies we created, and we want to move the 0 head, means the very first one, because in list it starts with 0, 1 and 2. It's not 1, 2 and 3, it's 0, 1 and 2, which is equal to 3 elements in that list. So body 0 for the very first head, and we'll set the move it to x and y coordinates of the head. Come on, let's run that again and we hope it will work. Yes, it is working now, and that's very good. Now finally let's get with the collision with the head and the remaining part of the body. Now we'll set the collision of head and body, but you can see it will not collide. You can see it's passing going through. Let's make it bigger and we'll see that very easily. Okay, now if we collide, it is moving, crossing by, and it is not dying. That's not fun. Let's do the collision part of the head and the body. Let's create the conditions under the movement function. So let's check for us creating head collision with body parts. So for parts in body, if for loop, and if parts space, if parts dot distance is okay, something is wrong with me, I guess. Distance, creating mistakes and errors, such as less than 20 degrees, as we did with the head and food, 20 pixels. Now let's call the time function, time dot sleep to 1, and we'll move the head to go to its original place, or where the game starts from the same place, that is 0, 0, the center of the screen, of the origin, as in Cartesian plane or coordinate systems, and we'll stop the head direction as well. It's capital H, not small h. Stop. Now let's run it, and nothing, you'll not see anything different, because you'll see some difference, that is after colliding with the body, the body parts will remain on the screen. So we need it to hide somewhere. We need to remove the body parts after the collision. Let's do that collision and we'll see, and you can see the body parts were there even after, or even if after it collided with the body. So we need to change that, and for that, within that if loop, or within that for loop, sorry, not if loop, that is a condition. Let's comment out hiding body parts. So for create another loop for parts in body, parts dot go to, we'll move them aside of the screen. They will not be able to appear on the screen, so we'll move them to some place out of the screen, 1000 by 1000x and 1000y, which is out of the screen, out of the gaming area. Unless we maximize it, it will appear again. So that's one con to this game. I don't know how to do that, so tell me if you know it. Hashtag clearing body list. Body clear. Wait a minute, I guess I did some mistake. We were supposed to make this inside the if loop, so it's part of that loop. And now let's run it and hope it goes well. And let's start playing it, we'll see. And it seems like it's going well. Well, let's play with it for a while and see. Make it big and we'll see. Seems pretty good. Let's get 2 more body parts and then we'll do the collision work. Okay, now we'll start again. See, the body parts aren't appearing and it starts again. So that was it for this part. And the next part we will do the collision with the borders. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for notification of the next part. Thank you for watching.